Now, your pinpoint forecast with meteorologist Cedric Haynes.
All right, let's get right to that forecast there, as we obviously have a lot to talk about. We'll start you off with the temperatures out there because it's still warm at this 10 o'clock hour. Temperatures are still into the low to mid 80s across most of the area. Right now we've got 83 degrees here in Lake Charles, 82 degrees here in Jennings, and we've got 82 degrees over in Sulphur. Good evening to you. Now, when we add that humidity with it, this is the heat index, and yes, this is the heat index currently. Right now, it still feels like right now here in Lake Charles, feels like 92 degrees, still feels like 93 degrees at the 10 o'clock hour right now in Sulphur. So these are some very warm temperatures, and it looks like these temperatures are going to stick around. We're going to be looking at near record high temperatures coming up over the next several days. So you're going to want to take the necessary precautions, drink plenty of fluids, also wear light colored clothing out there, try to make sure you wear a hat. And also, of course, if you can find air conditioning, definitely want to stay in that as much as possible. Now, the rain scenario for us coming up over the next several days looks to be very low out there. I don't see a lot of rain chances. We did have one very small isolated shower up around the Appaloosa area early this evening. That since has pushed on out and faded on out. And I think most of the rain is going to stay well off to our south and east. But obviously what all eyes are on is what's going on down in the Gulf of Mexico. And earlier today, around 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon, we had the official designation of Tropical Storm Debbie. And that's what we're continuing to watch now. You can see over the past few frames a few more deep complexes of thunderstorms that develop, as you can see some of these reds. This is what we call the infrared satellite, and what it does is it basically looks into the clouds and it measures the colder the clouds, which means the higher up you go, you know it's colder, the higher up you go in the atmosphere. Well, that obviously picks up on this satellite picture, and so it shows the darker colors of the colder cloud tops, and that's how we know where the thunderstorms are in this system right now, and they're becoming more organized and developing. One of the main reasons for that is the warm water temperatures right now in the Gulf of Mexico. We've got, this is like a, basically, you know how you like to take a bath and you try to fill the bathtub up with that hot, warm water there? And this is what this storm has to feed off of. It's like the fuel to really help it develop. We've got warm water temperatures into the low to mid 80s, so this is only fuel for the fire. Now, of course, these are the latest updates on some of the tropical models that we have coming in-house here in the Storm Center 7 Weather Center, and you can get to see that we've got these things have kind of consolidated since earlier this evening, and the track now that consists of a slow drift to the north and then a more northwesterly or westerly track there. So we're going to continue to monitor that. The one model that's on its own right now is the GFS, which still takes it off to the west, but again, it's on its own. Looks like the consensus is this is going to stay on a north and then a westerly path. But just how close it comes will be the question that we will, of course, obviously continue to watch here and keep you updated on around this area. Here's your latest here on your 11 o'clock update, 26.3 north, 87.5 west. Again, winds of 50 miles per hour, and it's basically stationary. Here's your latest Hurricane Center update forecast path from the 11 o'clock advisor, and you can see it's that slow drift to the north and then that drift off to the west as it heads to the west heading towards Texas. And again, we'll continue to monitor that. If this thing heads towards South Texas, then the only effects we'll see here in Louisiana is probably some high rip current threat out there and also some high surfs and seas out there. But if this drifts a little farther to the north and moves more towards southeast Texas, it may be something that we'll continue to have to monitor. All that being said, the current position of this system and throwing up plenty of winds has also had the National Hurricane Center issue tropical storm warnings, and this is basically from the mouth of the Pearl River over towards the west towards Morgan City. Basically means tropical storm conditions are expected within the next 36 hours, so we'll continue to keep you updated on the latest with those advisories throughout the weekend. 74 tonight, mostly clear skies out there in the next several days. Very hot. Again, near record high temperatures out there. So it's going to be warm. Take your precautions out there for you. And then I've added in a slight chance of rain over the next several days after that as we'll continue to monitor what Debbie does. Some of the models want to throw in a few showers, but obviously how close that system gets to us here in southwest Louisiana will affect that. So we'll keep you updated here and have the latest updates throughout the weekend and next week.
We're definitely watching.
Oh, yes. All the time.
Thanks, Cedric. Well, an LSU alum vying for her place at the 2012 Olympics.
That's right, Lee. I think you might know her name. We're talking about Lolo Jones, competing in the 100-meter hurdles tonight at the Olympic trials in Eugene, Oregon. Only the top 3 make the cut. So will Jones be in or out? Stay with us to find out. KPLC 7 Sports is next.
The 7 Storm Team Weather Watcher Network is sponsored by Mark.